He who fails to plan, plans to fail. That proverb applies whether you're working on a household budget or building an ark. The City of Round Rock's budget planning tends to revolve around Dell, since the company's presence here has such a significant impact on our finances. Because Dell is in a competitive industry, we keep a close eye on its performance. For the most part, that performance has been exceptional since it expanded to Round Rock in 1993. This past year, Dell's sales tax revenue to the city is down. Because the City Council in 2003 made diversifying our sales tax sources a priority, the city weathered the storm. No ark needed here. In fact, Wall Street analysts upgraded the city's bond rating in June despite the drop in Dell revenue. When Round Rock Premium Outlets and IKEA opened last year, they provided the diversity envisioned by the City Council. The emergence of our medical sector, local hospitals are expanding and opening, new medical and nursing schools are coming online, will further diversify and strengthen our overall economy. Without the City Council foresight, we wouldn't be able to afford the personnel to keep public safety the priority citizens say they desire, much less offer enhanced services. The 2008 city budget proposal does just that. Additional police officers and new civilian staff to keep those officers on the street are included in the proposed budget, as are the other programs needed to keep our library, parks, streets, and utility in great shape. Our operating budget is organized into three major funds: the General Fund, the Water and Wastewater Fund, and the Debt Service Fund. These three funds combined equal $131 million. The General Fund is the largest fund at $84.8 million. It finances police, fire, parks and recreation, library, street maintenance, municipal court, and administrative functions. Revenues are derived primarily from sales and property tax collections. The $32.7 million Utility Fund covers our water and wastewater operations. The utility is funded by monthly water and wastewater bill payments. The $13.5 million Debt Service Fund pays for general obligation debt, the dollars the city borrows to pay for roads, fire stations, and recreational facilities, to name a few examples. So what does this mean to the citizens and taxpayers of Round Rock? Round Rock spends conservatively, has some of the lowest property tax and utility rates in the area, and provides a high level of citizen satisfaction. Sales tax represents a significant portion of the revenue generated by the city, keeping property taxes low without the need to cut services. More than 44% of sales taxes are collected from one company, Dell. Every time Dell makes a sale to someone in Texas, sales tax revenue is generated for Round Rock. The city manages its reliance on Dell in a couple of ways. First, through a policy that limits Dell revenue for day-to-day operations while providing additional funding for large projects and debt reduction. Second, through an economic development strategy that focuses on bringing dollars to Round Rock from sources outside our community. Round Rock Premium Outlets and IKEA, which opened last year, have reduced the city's reliance on Dell. Even though Dell's revenues were below projections, the city's overall sales tax revenue is estimated to grow by about 6% in 2007. What does this mean to you, the taxpayer? Each sales tax dollar collected in Round Rock reduces the amount of property taxes needed to support our growing community. Because of this, the city of Round Rock has one of the lowest property tax rates in Central Texas. There are 4 property taxing entities in Round Rock, with a school tax of $1.33, a county tax rate of 49 cents, a city proposed tax rate of 36.5 cents, and a water control and improvement district tax of 2 cents. Round Rock homeowners will pay a combined $2.20 per $100 of assessed value. So the city's portion of a homeowner's entire tax bill is only 17%. This year, the proposed tax rate is 36.522 cents. The average home value is $176,214, which translates into a city tax bill of $643.57. Compared to other Central Texas cities, Round Rock has one of the lowest proposed tax rates at 36.5 cents. In fact, Round Rock has one of the lowest property tax rates in the state among cities with a half-cent sales tax dedicated for property tax reduction. Without that half-cent, approved by our voters in 1988, our property tax rate could be 23 cents higher. In light of our significant reliance on sales tax, the city manages its finances differently than most communities. We utilize financial strategies to maximize the long-term benefits of our strong sales tax collections. These strategies include paying off higher interest debt early and using cash to fund many of our capital projects, thus reducing the need to borrow more money. The utility fund covers our water and wastewater operations. With increasing operational costs and the investment in the regional water project designed to meet Round Rock's ultimate water needs, a planned rate increase is included in the proposed utility budget. If approved by Council, the average utility bill will increase by about 6%. Even with the increase, Round Rock's rates remain among the lowest in Central Texas at an average residential bill of $91.08 per month. So what is the bottom line for residents paying property taxes and utilities? If you take the proposed monthly property tax bill and the average monthly utility bill and combine them, Round Rock remains one of the best values in the area. Of the area cities surveyed, Round Rock's combined proposed property tax and utility costs are the lowest at $144.68 per month. While our rates are among the lowest, the proposed budget includes a continuing emphasis on public safety and urban infrastructure improvements, while providing quality services for exceptional value. Those quality services have been recognized nationally in the past year. Round Rock ranked the 13th safest city in the U.S. and the safest city in the state of Texas, based on FBI statistics. The Austin-Round Rock metro area ranked number 1 for relocating businesses and ranked number 5 for relocating families. Round Rock was selected as one of the 100 best communities for young people in the nation. Now let's look at the highlights of the 2008 proposed budget. The police department is moving into a new headquarters and bringing on additional officers as well as new civilian positions. The department's focus is to keep enough officers on the street to handle our growing population while maintaining our approach to community policing. To hold the line on the police department budget, new civilian employees will assist with tasks that don't need to be performed by commissioned officers. The department is also adding additional staff to the motorcycle unit to address traffic issues. Over in the fire department, Station 7 will open late 2007, providing faster response times in growing North Round Rock. 4 new firefighters are included in the budget to fill out the department's staffing needs. Since fall 2003, the city has added 47 firefighters and opened 2 new stations to serve our growing community and meet our goal of arriving at 90% of emergency calls within 6 minutes. That investment is paying off. The Insurance Service Office this year upgraded our public protection classification rating from a Class 4 to Class 2. This rating could translate to a lower rate on your homeowner's insurance. While public safety upgrades remain a priority this year, the proposed budget also includes enhancements to other city services. To meet the needs of our fast-growing population, the city is continually investing in the utility system, streets, and much more. In July, the city issued the 3rd and final phase of general obligation bonds approved by voters in 2001. This issuance includes street and drainage improvements, a West Side Recreation Center, and a new city hall. Certificates of obligation were also issued for improvements to the sports complex at Old Settlers Park. The city has a comprehensive plan to guide the financing, construction, and operation of all capital projects. Over the next several years, the city will spend over $250 million for these projects. That's a big number, but keep in mind that Round Rock's population is over 91,000. By the year 2020, we anticipate serving 145,000 citizens. Among the projects underway are roadway improvements at Kipfin Road, Gaddis School Road, Chisholm Trail, and improvements to neighborhood parks and trails. We hope this brief overview of the proposed 2008 budget has been helpful in demonstrating that Round Rock is reliant on sales tax revenue, but through sound fiscal policies, we are managing that revenue effectively and enjoy one of the lowest property tax rates in the state. Your city has some of the lowest utility rates in the region. Your city is one of the safest in the nation. Your city is planning for our future growth. The City Council will be holding public hearings on the proposed tax rate and budget. We encourage citizens to participate in this process. You are invited to attend the following City Council meetings. If you would like to review the budget document in more detail, it is posted on our website, or call 218-5400 and ask for the Budget Office. If you would like to comment on the budget, visit Community Conversations at roundrocktexas.gov/blogs.